domain mein, for example, UPSC has given some amount of importance to the big books which have come out, and with that consciousness, I feel that a student can, in the last 20 days, do a more targeted revision. And somewhere you need to forget in the examination hall that me getting this particular question correct is going to lead to my selection or it is going to lead to my failure. Try to maximize your performance in your strength areas and minimize the damage in the weak areas. Revise closer to the exam, revise your stronger areas, because that is going to tell you that you're a good student, that jitna tumhe aata tha utna tum kar paye. Result, leave it to UPSC.
Hello everyone. So as we know that there are very few days remaining for the prelims examination for 2025, I know that many of you might be anxious, might be facing certain kind of anxiety and might be wondering that roughly in these remaining days how we have to consolidate the subjects. So specifically for the modern Indian history, I am joined by Himanshu Sir, who will be guiding us regarding how to prepare in last few days for the modern Indian history regarding the consolidation. Hello sir.
Hello.
So, sir, as we are discussing about the history, so there are certain areas because of some current affairs or certain kind of other events that have already happened. So, can you highlight certain these areas?
Well, first of all, I would like to highlight that recently certain changes have been made to the NCERT, so students should focus on those changed topics. Second aspect, we can borrow, for example, the society at large, for example, cinemas also. So, for example, issues related to Marathas, Maratha Navy, right, and Maratha systems of administration, Chauth, Sardeshmukhi, these kind of things. What was Swarajya, right? So these elements, plus recently Kesari 2 also came. So therefore, issues related to General Dyer, right? Committees set up after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, right? So therefore, these elements, the reasons for the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, they become important, right? Then, apart from this, recently the Mangad massacre was, remembered by the government of India, whereby 1,500 tribals from the, I think, the Bhil community, right, they were massacred by the British, right? So therefore, earlier also, Birsa Munda has been, a focus. So therefore, tribal affairs, that remains a focus. Then this time, I feel that Mahakumbh has taken place. Plus, we have Indus Water Treaty in abeyance, right? So rivers, they become important from every perspective, from the perspective of subject of history, from the perspective of geography, right? So I think that which rivers are tributaries of which, and in Sangam which rivers are there, these kind of things, they should be known, right? Why Mahakumbh is celebrated, the confusion between Kumbh, Mahakumbh, and that kind of time iterations that we have. So that becomes of relevance. Apart from this, traditional domain may, for example, UPSC has given some amount of importance to the big books which have come out. For example, the Golden Road has come out recently, by William Dalimpe. Earlier, Anarchy came out, right? So therefore, Anarchy talked about the rise of the company state, right? The battles fought by the company and how they, so UPSC asked about subordinate alliance system and all. This time, maybe with focus on ancient Indian history, right? Some excerpts from that particular book, which highlight the golden days of India in the ancient times. They can be of relevance. Plus, 1875 Arya Samaj was set up. It is 2025, so an anniversary kind of a thing. It is there. So Swami Dayanand Saraswati, the activities of Arya Samaj, the 10 tenets of the Arya Samaj, the focus areas of Arya Samaj, the differences between Raja Rammohn Roy vis-a-vis Swami Dayanand Saraswati with respect to Vedas, right? That is, for example, Vedas were infallible for Swami Dayanand Saraswati, but not so much for Raja Rammohn Roy. So therefore, these kind of things, they become important. I feel that these are the areas, and in general, perennially, in any attempt, the constitutional aspects, the legal aspects, they always remain important, right? Given the tensions at the border, it is quite possible that something related to partition, something related to Radcliffe Commission, Mountbatten, plan, 3rd June plan, right, or the Ismay plan, also known as Plan Balkan, also known as the Gilbert plan before that, Weevil plan, that is already UPSC has highlighted in mains issues related to from 1940 onwards till 1947. So I feel that becomes kind of like important. A caste census has been ordered. So related questions related to the census, which was started by the Britishers, right? In 1881, the first proper census took place. In 1871, a census took place, but that was not a proper census. right? It used to be done every 10 years, right? So things related to sensors and these things. So whenever the student revises the current affairs, try to always find a link with the static. And with that consciousness, I feel that a student can, in the last 20 days, do a more targeted revision. So that would be my recommendation with respect to modern Indian history and other aspects of history.
All right. So that was very comprehensively summarized, because that kind of areas, because students struggle to consolidate these particular areas, and I think including the revolutionary activities that we were also discussing about. So this particular time period is very, very important, given that the operations in
Yes, since you mentioned the revolutionary activity, so Hindustan Republican Army and Hindustan Republican Association, what was the difference between them? Because they are formed in 1924, right? HRA 1924, Kakori robbery case 1925, right? The martyrs, right, of that time period. So therefore, wherever such things they come in, so students should pay heed to these things.
Exactly. But another thing, sir, generally the student misses with is the kind of the D-Day strategy, because sometimes we are very well prepared for the things that we have to take to the examination hall, but suddenly when we enter upon the examination hall, we have also seen that many a time student might be performing good in the all India test series, which they might be even writing at their own place, but when they actually enter upon at certain place where they are seeing the unknown faces, the confidence starts shattering down. So that thing also in general happens in the examination hall also. So what are the key things that one can remember as and when they will enter upon the examination hall? So what will be the D-Day strategy?
Well, recently I was lucky to have interaction with the All India Rank 1, and I agree with what she said. So she had an episode whereby she felt very troubled because the questions which appeared, they were very, very tough. But then she calmed her down. She basically observed the rest of the students, and other students, they were also facing the same issue, right? So therefore, students should be very conscious that if the question paper is tough, it is tough for everyone. Have confidence in your preparation. Try to maintain examination temperament. Try to remember your strengths. Try to remember those question papers where you were able to get good marks, right? So therefore, examination temperament becomes the key. And somewhere you need to forget in the examination hall that me getting this particular question correct is going to lead to my selection, or it is going to lead to my failure. You have to get beyond karm kar phal ki ichha mat kar, if you can somehow have that thing. So therefore that becomes important. This exam is tough for everyone, right? They have, even if on the outside people say that they really know that they will be able to crack this exam, even already rank 1 did not know, and that is actually the reality, that you actually do not know where you will land up, right? So this exam has uncertainty. Accept it, right? And accept it with courage to surpass it. So I would say that one should be focused on the question and not that the question it is coming from UPSC. Examination temperament is the key here, right? If you will not be having examination temperament, your hard work will go to waste. So maintain calm, composure. Even if some bouncer questions come, understand they are bouncers for everyone. Attempt questions from strong areas first, so that your confidence in the initial phase of the examination, it increases. Go for those subjects which you feel you are not very well prepared in at the later stage, right? So that overall your confidence momentum, it is on a higher trajectory, right? So therefore don't attempt the questions simply in chronological manner. Identify which are your strength areas, उनके questions पहले करें, नेक्स्ट स्ट्रेंथ एरिया के क्वेश्चन सेकंड नंबर पे और वीकेस्ट के सबसे लास्ट में, ठीक है? आई थिंक बाय फॉलोइंग दैट स्ट्रेटजी स्टूडेंट कैन डू दैट इन सीजैट ऑल्सो एंड इन दिस ऑल्सो, टू आइडेंटिफाई रीजनिंग में आप अच्छे हैं या फिर क्वांट में आप अच्छे हैं, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली try to maximize your performance in your strength areas and minimize the damage in the weak areas. Be aggressive in answering, taking guesses in strong subjects. Be conservative in your weak subjects, because probability of your guesses getting right will be high in your strength areas, right? So therefore that's how a student should be very mindful, and I think that's the strategy.
Right. So I think that was also again comprehensively summarized, because sometimes we will get some bouncer question at the very beginning only, and that might shatter the confidence. So we can like just turn the paper around. We can start from the last question. So that will be apt for the students, I think. Now, sir, as we are in this last leg, some people need certain kind of motivation. That yes, they are prepared for the examination, but certain kind of third-party authentication they need. So, do you want to share certain message to the students?
Well, my message to the students will be that, see, I can only speak from my perspective. So I was able to clear 4 prelims. I was able to clear, one interview. I appeared in 2 interviews, and till the point of time, I did not get name in the list. Till that point of time, it would be wrong to say that I was confident that I'll qualify this time. It is always, that uncertainty is always there. You just have to learn to live with it. You just have to learn to how to perform, how to just do what you're out there to do in high pressure situation. And everyone is under high pressure. Trust me, no serious candidate knows in advance that she or he is going to be there, right? So outwardly, maybe they are showing it, maybe they are not showing it, right? So therefore, everyone is in the same boat. This time, the last 15-20 days are going to be obviously very, very chaotic, right? Try to wake up early, try to match your daily cycle with the examination cycle, try to not give any tests in the last 15-20 days. Anything should not shatter your confidence. Even you have to give a test, give off previous year questions which you are decently sure that you will get good marks in. Don't allow any test to randomly hurt your confidence levels, right? Do anything and everything which boosts your confidence. Revise closer to the exam, revise your stronger areas, because that is going to tell you that you're a good student, right? So confidence is the thing which is in shortage right now. You need to get it, and you need to understand that this exam is of this particular nature, right? So therefore, go there and come out winning, right? And winning will be that जितना तुम्हें आता था उतना तुम कर पाए. Result, leave it to UPSC. So God bless you, take care, and all the blessings to you.
And that was, sir, very, very encouraging. And also one thing I would like to add over here, the health is a very important thing in last few days. So I think students also need to take care of the health. You have mentioned about the sleep cycle. That is also very, very important. So thank you, sir, for joining and giving the motivation and the advice to the students, specifically for the subject perspective and in general, to prevent any kind of stress overcoming their confidence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So with this, we are concluding this particular session. I hope that you have got the message clearly, that boost your confidence by making sure that whatever things that are making your confidence high in the last few days, and that will be very, very important for these days. So with this, we are concluding discussion. Thank you.